It's the OCG Fam Show. Today we're talking about building a regimen that works for your plant's genetics. Hey there! Hey there. Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCG Fam Show to you, my YouTube buddies. What's going on? Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. With everything going on, we got to keep in touch. But we also got to get on with the show because that's what we do. So today I want to talk to you more about the Roman regimen. We talked about that last couple of days about the Roman regimen. So let me go grab this for you. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. The Greek regimen, which is kind of more the standard, everything you need but nothing that you don't need kind of thing, is what a lot of people use. But some people will go into the Roman for a few things, and other people have done quite well with pushing every single thing. And it's an aggressive strategy, but one that works well for a lot of people. We had some in the comments who were saying, hey, I use it and it kills. It does better for me numerically, statistically, than using the Greek. And so that's why I use it. But when you're doing this, you are pushing. You're on the knife's edge. You're out there, beyond the line maybe. And things can go wrong. Things can happen that might not happen with just using the Greek or a Spartan, where you're just kind of going with the flow. So when that happens, what do you do? And we talked yesterday about backing off and going back from it. From, going back to the Greek maybe, and then slowly bringing things in, or slowly bringing things in. It's bringing them all back, but at a slower level. And how that can make sense. But today, when we were talking about it yesterday, the clip I showed you, as that clip went on, we went about, more into how you do that, about backing off and then bringing them back in again, but also how you may not want to bring some back in, and you need to tailor what you're doing here to the genetics of your plants, to your growing situation. And I thought it was interesting, so I want to show you a little bit more of that clip today. So watch this, and I'll talk to you after. So would you, if you do run into these things and you're no expert, you don't know what's going on, you would flush and back off?
Yeah, when in doubt, you hit them with a quick flush,
yeah,
and then you kind of do a reset where you're like, okay, I'm going to start with the base again, and then start building it back up.
So you'd go back to probably a Greek, and then you would slowly add in nutrients.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't add all of them back in at a quarter strength. You would add one or two and then slowly work your way up, or would you?
Well, and then I'd really question, why am I using these other things?
If it's making it worse.
Yeah, well, that's it. Some genetics, I mean, I was talking to one of my favorite growers the other day, and he's like, this one doesn't like to eat. And this will eat 4 times the amount. Yeah. So I cannot have the same recipe when I go in my room. This half of the room has to be fed in a different reservoir than this one, because this one wants to eat 1,800 parts per million every feeding, and this one says over 900. I'm pissed. And just the same with using more different bottles as opposed to using just the simple stuff. I got you. And often, I mean, there's one grower on the East Coast in Michigan area, Gromer, who is a Thug Pug Genetics. And I finally was able to get a screenshot of one of their basic recipe, and it is just start to finish the exact same recipe. The only thing he changes is the Herc, and that only changes by 100 mils per 5 gallons. Wow. And I'm just like, and then you look at what he puts out and on his IG account and what his, grower buddies have from his genetics, and it's shocking at how well. So I'm going, this line is a custom. Works for what you can customize it to your need, your grow, your plant, your garden, your environment. There is no recipe, and I mean, there's just no recipe. You have to create your own. Somebody just posted on one of those Nectar groups a dual feeding chart, like the Roman with everything that's printed on our Roman charts, and then right below it, the Roman chart empty. So here's your guideline, and here's your grow. Create your own damn grow, because this guideline, you're saying you're 100 of my growers. And that is telling me that your average is literally down the dead center. That's what you're going to grow on. It's a great reference, but honestly, play with them and use these empty charts to be able to do that.
What do you think of that? Did you find that interesting, informative? Are you going to change anything about what you're doing based on what you just saw? Let me know about that in the comments. Anything else you want to talk about? And we're working toward maybe doing another viewer questions episode this week. So any Nectar questions or questions you might have for me or Scott, put them in the comments. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself. The OCG Fam Show is pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.